The number 5 on the list of the 12 best tourist sites in Rome is the Pantheon. Please support me by liking, sharing this video, and following this page. In the heart of Rome stands a building that seems to defy time. While empires rose and fell, the Pantheon endured, unchanged in spirit, unmatched in design. It is the best preserved monument of ancient Rome and one of the most influential buildings ever constructed. The story begins during the reign of Augustus, Rome's first emperor. In 27 BC, his trusted general Marcus Agrippa built a temple on this site. The inscription still visible today reads, "Marcus Agrippa, son of Lucius, consul for the third time, built this." Agrippa's Pantheon was likely a traditional rectangular temple dedicated to multiple gods, hence the name Pantheon, meaning all gods. This first version burned down. The Pantheon you see today is not Agrippa's, but Emperor Hadrian's. After a second fire destroyed the rebuilt temple, Hadrian ordered a complete reconstruction. Instead of copying the past, he created something radically new. Hadrian humbly kept Agrippa's original inscription, a rare act of imperial restraint. From the outside, the Pantheon appears traditional. A Greek-style portico with massive granite columns supporting a triangular pediment. But step inside, and the world changes. You enter a perfect sphere of space, 43.3 meters wide and high. Above you rises the largest unreinforced concrete dome ever built, still unmatched. At its center opens the oculus, a 9-meter-wide eye to the sky. This was not a flaw, it was the point. The Pantheon was designed as a cosmic temple. The dome represents the heavens. The oculus is the sun, moon, and stars. Light moves across the interior like a celestial clock. On April 21st, Rome's traditional birthday, sunlight floods the entrance. Statues of gods, and possibly emperors, once stood in the niches. Worship here connected Rome's rulers, its gods, and the universe itself. In AD 609, the Pantheon was consecrated as a Christian church. Santa Maria ad Martyrs. This single act saved it. While other ancient temples were stripped, dismantled, or abandoned, the Pantheon remained in continuous use. Bells replaced sacrifices, saints replaced gods, but the building lived on. The Pantheon is not just ancient, it is eternal. Rome has changed, but the sky above the Pantheon has not. The number 4 on the list of the 12 best tourist sites is Castle Sant'Angelo. Please support me by liking, sharing this video, and following this page. On the right bank of the river Tiber rises a massive, cylindrical fortress, silent, watchful, eternal. Today it is called Castle Sant'Angelo, but over 2,000 years it has been a tomb, a fortress, a palace, a prison, and a refuge. Few buildings in the world have lived so many lives. The story begins with Emperor Hadrian, one of Rome's most cultured and visionary rulers. Hadrian ordered the construction of a monumental mausoleum for himself and his family, deliberately placing it outside the sacred boundary of Rome, where burials were permitted. Inspired by Augustus' tomb, but even more imposing, it was once clad in white marble, crowned with statues, and surrounded by gardens. When Hadrian died in AD 138, his ashes were placed inside. Later emperors, Antoninus Pius, Marcus Aurelius, and others joined him. At this stage, the building was not defensive. It was a monument to eternity. As the Roman Empire weakened, Rome needed protection. In the 3rd century, Emperor Aurelian incorporated Hadrian's mausoleum into the city's defensive walls. The peaceful tomb became a military stronghold. During barbarian invasions, Roman defenders hurled statues and stones from its upper levels onto attacking Goths. Marble gods shattered to save the city. Rome was no longer an empire, it was a city fighting to survive. The building's name and destiny changed during a plague. In AD 590, Pope Gregory the Great led a solemn procession through Rome, praying for divine mercy. As he approached the mausoleum, he saw a vision. Archangel Michael, standing atop the structure, sheathing his sword, signaling the end of the plague. The epidemic soon subsided. From that moment, the mausoleum became Castle Sant'Angelo, the castle of the Holy Angel. A statue of the Archangel was placed on its summit, watching over Rome. As imperial power faded, papal power rose. Castle Sant'Angelo became the Pope's strongest fortress, connected to the Vatican by a hidden elevated passage, the Passetto di Borgo. In times of danger, popes could flee secretly from St. Peter's Basilica to the safety of the castle. The most famous escape occurred in 1527 during the sack of Rome. Pope Clement VII fled through the Pasetto as imperial troops ravaged the city. He remained trapped inside the castle for months while Rome burned. But not all who entered Castel Sant'Angelo did so willingly. It became Rome's most feared prison. Political enemies, heretics, and conspirators were confined within its dark cells. Among its prisoners were Benvenuto Cellini, the famous Renaissance artist, Giordano Bruno, philosopher condemned for heresy. Executions were carried out in the nearby square. For many Romans, the castle symbolized papal justice and terror. Inside, the castle became a luxurious papal residence with frescoed rooms, chapels, and private apartments, comfort hidden behind thick walls. As modern warfare evolved, the fortress lost its military importance. By the 19th century, it became a barracks, then a museum. Rome, now part of a unified Italy, preserved the structure as a witness to its layered past. Today, visitors climb through spiraling ramps once meant for funeral processions and soldiers alike. From the terrace, the bronze archangel Michael still stands guard, sword lowered. From tomb to fortress. From pagan monument to Christian symbol. From imperial Rome to papal Rome. Castel Sant'Angelo is Rome in stone, adaptable, scarred, and unbroken.